Good morning students, I hope you are all fine. Today we are going to do evidence based writing, non-strictive and parenthetical element, and when we are talking about parenthetical element we will talk about further commas, we will talk about how we have to segregate things in a list, and let's see what it is. Now when we talk about non-restrictive or parenthetical element, we talk about is a part of a sentence that can be removed without changing the sentence meaning. Let's see how it is. The sentence would still make sense without the parenthetical element. Commas, parentheses or dashes are used at the beginning and end of the parenthetical element. Now we are going to talk about commas, we are going to talk about dashes, we are going to talk about when the dash should come, when the dash should not be there, and we are going to talk about the brackets or the parentheses. Let's see how it is. Okay, so now when we are talking about this non-restrictive element, we need to understand that we have to maintain a structure whenever we are making a sentence, and we have to make sure that the sentence is complete within itself. We can add elements, but it should not be a burden to the sentence which might become ambiguous. So a non-restrictive element describes a word whose meaning is already clear without the additional words. So it is not essential to the meaning of the sentence and is set off with commas. Let's check. The children needed sturdy shoes which were expensive. Now when you see, even if you remove which were expensive is not important. The point was the children needed sturdy shoes. That completely makes a sentence. Okay. Therefore, what is parenthetical element? Let's see. A parenthetical element is information that is non-essential to the remaining meaning of a sentence. Let's check how it is. A clarification or an aside. What is it? Now sometimes, for example, in the first example, if you see, you can see now the children needed sturdy shoes. Now the sturdy shoes can be acquired expensively. If you go to Reebok shoes, I think the shoes will be expensive, right? And they are sturdy too. Sturdy means something that is strong and effective. Now I can also go to Bata and get the shoes. So depending upon you want to go to Adidas and bring it, or you want to go and get it from Bata, is your this thing. So the point is that you needed sturdy shoes, and that is enough. So which were expensive might not be necessary. Okay, so even without it, it still makes sense. Now in this sentence you will see an aside, it's a clarification. Now sturdy shoes which were expensive is in clarification, is an aside. Even without that also the sentence would have made a complete sentence. Now we will be going to do a lot of sentences and we will be discussing like every day. I will give you 30 seconds time for each one, because we should not cross more than 40 seconds for one question. So let us try to concise our time and let us try to work on it. So I will not take much of your time. We will have 30 seconds to answer one question, so I think you should be answering in that. Now Texas Tech says the cooperative game, always reimagine the answer. Don't look at the options. First imagine the answer and then match your imagination thing with the answer. Let's check how it is. Texas Tech says that cooperative gameplay, a video game feature that allows players to work together as a team, leads to increased empathy in the real world. Now we have to understand that what is it that it should be. Now we have these 4 options. Now in these 4 options we have 30 seconds to work out which option. Now together as a team leads to increased empathy in the real world. When do you use a always understand when do you need a dash. This is a dash, and when do you need a dash? The definition of dash is whenever you want to introduce something or you want to tell something about a noun that about something, like give a list, then you use a dash or a hyphen, a colon. Now colon is used formally and dash is used informally. So dash always goes with drama, or it is dramatic. So whenever you put a dash, there should always be a dramatic entry of like dan 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 sort of a thing. Okay, so that is about the dash. So we have to understand where the dash goes. I don't think the dash goes. So from now you have 30 seconds to answer the question, and let's start. Yes, so time is up. Now here, let's strike out the options before we go further. Now can we have a dash here? Is the main point. Is it showcasing something which gives a drama? Let's check. And then let's go to each option to segregate. Can I use a bracket here? No, I don't think so, because it has not started before, so I cannot use the end bracket also. Therefore, this cannot be used. Now, that allows players to work together as a team. Leads to increased empathy in the real world. Now, this cannot go together, definitely for sure. It neither does it and. There should be something called and, or it is something more than and. So therefore only team and leads to that does not work. So we will strike this out. A comma cannot suffice the information. It is not going to it leads to increased empathy in the real world. It is just not an aside, I presume. So we cannot go with this, because to work together as a team is the cause. And what is the effect? When you are talking about a cause and an effect, we cannot leads to increased empathy. So work together, that is the cause, and this is going to be the effect. Definitely we cannot have a cause and effect, we cannot use it with a comma. Therefore this is also out of question. Therefore no change is the answer. Okay, let's go to the next question. The leaf insect, easily mistaken for a real life, maintains a constant wobble as part of its illusion. Options. You have 30 seconds to go. Yes, so the leaf insect easy. Now what is the leaf insect, comma, we have easily mistaken for a real leaf, right? So therefore that is an aside for the mistake. Now maintains a constant wobble as a part of its illusion. Now that is again an aside, therefore we can get away with a comma. Therefore we cannot use, now we can definitely go away with a comma, so this could be one option. Just the leaf cannot suffice, because we are talking about the leaf insect and we have an aside, and again we are talking about one more aside. Therefore a comma is enough. Therefore we don't need a semicolon. Therefore this does not go. Leaf and dash does not go, because we are talking about the main thing and we are giving an aside, so this also will not go. Just the leaf cannot suffice because we're talking easily mistaken for a real life maintains a constant wobble as a part of its illusion. Now, easily mistaken for a real life is one aside. What is maintaining the constant wobble? The leaf insect. So therefore, it cannot go without just a leaf. If I am talking about a real, if I say maintains a constant wobble as a part of its illusion, then definitely it will become more ambiguous that I am talking about the real leaf or the leaf insect. As I am talking about the leaf insect, this cannot be an option. Therefore, this is the option. Let's go to the next question. Some research suggests that Tyrannosaurus rex, although often ridiculed for its diminutive arms, may have been able to lift a full 450 pounds with each appendage. Check whether a dash suffices. Check your answer first. Give your answer first. Think where the underline is, and then think what is a dash doing there. Is it introducing something? Some research suggests that Tyrannosaurus rex, although often ridiculed for its diminutive arms, may have been able to lift a 450 pounds with each appendage. Let's see the options. Now here again we are talking about the Tyrannosaurus rex, and from here we are talking although often ridiculed for its diminutive arms. Yes, and then we are introducing the whole thing. So check which one should be the right answer. What is the dash introducing there? It is not introducing anything. What is the dash introducing there? Is it introducing something? No, we are talking about the Tyrannosaurus rex and we have a comma there. Therefore, whatever goes here, we have used an although here. Therefore, we have to put a comma after the arms. We cannot go on with a dash. Therefore, B is the right answer. Semicolon cannot go. Only arms will not suffice. And no dash cannot go. Therefore, this is the right answer. What is the logic behind this? We have used an although here. Although, whenever we are using it before a sentence is an independent sentence, we have to talk about the dependent sentence. Therefore, after the first dependent sentence is over, it needs a comma here, because we have may have been able to lift full 450 pounds with each appendage. It is needed. Now here, the second part is also a dependent sentence, but we have the subject in the first line, so therefore it is fine. Let's go to the next. Rania, who had not noticed the missing strawberry pie, could not figure out why her puddle was sick. Now, whenever we have the name and then we put a comma, then we use who, that means it is no change. Rania, who had not noticed the missing strawberry pie. You don't need a comma after pie, therefore this is not, because it's a running sentence. Rania dash, no, it does not go that way. Rania, who could not, no, after Rania definitely there should be a comma, because a clause is starting from there, a dependent clause is starting. So Rania, who had not noticed the missing strawberry, therefore this is wrong, this is right. Let's go to the next one. Please understand, these are basically each section, each section that are tested on your evidence-based writing. So please pay attention and try to do it yourself. Take 30 seconds to complete each question. That will give you more mileage and you will understand. And if you are stuck somewhere, I am always there to help you out. Let's start. Mickey Mouse, the familiar Disney animated character, spoke his first words over 85 years ago. No change. Character, character and character. Let's check. Please understand, with this questions that we are going to do today, definitely all your assumptions, presumptions, misunderstandings about each punctuation mark, which should be eradicated. Let's start. What should be the answer? Can we go with a comma? We need a comma here because this is an aside. The familiar Disney animated character is an aside, and after aside we put a comma. Now Mickey Mouse spoke his first words over 85 years ago makes a sense. We are giving more information about the Mickey Mouse. Therefore, any information that is kept between two commas can be removed and the continuous sentence can be made. That is the logic. Okay. So if I remove the familiar Disney animated character that is between the commas and I directly say Mickey Mouse spoke his first words over 85 years ago, that means I don't have additional information. Mickey Mouse can be anything, any character. So therefore, anybody or anything. So that makes sense. So therefore, A is the right answer, undoubtedly. Let's go to the next question. I hope you understood it. Giant Chinese salamanders, which can grow up to 6 feet in length, are known for their crying baby vocalizations. Let's have the options. No change. Where do we have? In length, and then it says length, length, and then length. Which one do you think I should be using? Check every piece of information and do it in 30 seconds. I don't think you have to think much. You have a starting of a bracket here and there is no starting of the bracket anywhere else. Therefore, undoubtedly D is the right answer. There could be some easy answers too. You don't have to go on striking down all the options. You can just straight go and pick your answer too. That is also an option. Okay, so we'll go with D. Now, which can grow up to 6 feet in length is an extra information that has been kept in brackets. Therefore, it does not matter. We will go directly to D. Let's go to the next question. Vertigo, in addition to being a disorienting medical condition, is the title of a famous Hitchcock film. What is it that goes to your mind? Vertigo. Let's see the options first. But what is it you feel about it? Without doubt, whenever you have the first subject and then you have something to go with it, without a verb, put a comma. Therefore, C is the right answer. Without doubt. Okay, vertigo, comma, in addition to being disoriented medical condition. Now we are describing about the condition vertigo. So therefore, it is an aside and it has to be removed. Is the title of a famous Hitchcock movie. Now vertigo is the title of a famous Hitchcock book. That also makes sense. Even if the aside is not there, it completely makes sense. But still, we will go with this. Okay? But having some information about the subject does not harm. Hawaii, which joined the US in 1959, is the only American state that was once a kingdom. I know the answer, but I will definitely work on the elimination process. Hawaii, which joined the US in 1959. Definitely it is wrong, because I've always said if you are introducing something about the, if you are giving more information about the subject, you should always start with a comma. Therefore, there is no comma here, this is gone. Hawaii, which joined the US in 1959. Now, whenever you have a starting bracket, you should have an ending bracket too, and we don't see an ending bracket anywhere else. Therefore, this is not the right option. Hawaii, which joined the US in 1959. After an aside is done, we require a comma, and that is mandatory. Therefore, there is no comma here, therefore, this is out of question. So, without doubt, A is the right answer. Okay, I am going to do around 25 to 30 questions, so please make sure that you are thorough with this concept, because I'm going to explain each and every concept in every question. So please try to be more productive and try to understand what I'm going to do with it. Okay, let's go to the next question. Like fingerprints, tongue prints are unique to every person. Like fingerprints, tongue prints are unique to every person. Let's see the options, but I paused after like fingerprints. So let's see, was it a small pause or a longer pause? Check the option. We'll go with C. Like fingerprints, tongue prints are unique to every person. Yeah. Like fingerprints, understood. After tongue prints, can we have a pause? Like fingerprints, tongue prints are unique to every person. Did we stop after tongue prints? No. Therefore, C is the right answer. We cannot have a dash here because it's a continuous sentence. Tongue prints are unique to every person. So, therefore, subject and the object. Let's go to the next option. Located in Richmond, California, the Riviera WW2 Homefront is a national historical park dedicated to telling the stories of US civilians' efforts to aid the war. After located, do we need a comma? We don't need a comma because we need the objective located in Richmond. Therefore, this is not the right option. Located in Richmond, California. Sitting in Hyderabad, comma, India, comma, and then you start something. That is absolutely right. Therefore, we can keep this as an option. Located in Richmond, California. You don't have to use a semicolon there. Do we need to use a semicolon? Because we are talking about the Rosie the Riveter WW2 Homefront only. So, therefore, this is not an option. The first one is after California a comma is necessary. Therefore, this is not the right option. Therefore, C is the right option. Please check. Take 30 more seconds time to assess and then get back. We'll go to the next question. Let's go to the next question. Golden finch chicks with blue phosphorescent beads on their mouth edges are easy to feed in the dark. If there is a, let's see the options. Here we have one starting bracket, but we don't have an ending bracket. Therefore, without doubt, this does not even require 30 seconds to understand, to take C as the right answer. Okay, let's go to the next question. I don't think it requires any explanation. Whenever you have a starting bracket, definitely you require the ending bracket too. Therefore, this is the right answer. We will not even work out for the other options because that is only the answer. Let's go to question number 12. The Great Boston Molasses Hood of 1919, which moved faster than one would expect, killed 21 people and injured 150. Let's see the options. Before that, let's just check once. The Great Boston Molasses Hood of 1999, comma. Now, what were we talking about? We are talking about the Great Boston Molasses Hood, which then the comma there is right. Here, moved faster than one would expect, that is extra aside or in a descriptive aside on extra information, and it has been with a comma, and that is also in the right position. Therefore, killed 21 people and injured 150 are two options, and therefore, and there is no other punctuation that needs to be done. That's the only part that requires. So, I don't think it requires much explanation, and you can find the answer easily, but still we will go through the options. 1919 comma, which moved faster than one would expect. You don't need that dash there, because what are we talking about? The Great Boston Molasses Hood of 1919 killed 21 people and injured 150. Therefore, this is not the right option. 1919, which moved faster, it requires a comma there because we have already ticked it there. Therefore, this is not the right option. 1919, if you don't have a comma here and you have a comma here, that does not make sense, because if you don't have a comma here, we cannot remove this part. Therefore, this is not the right option. The right option is A. Always understand, if you have two commas and you have information between it, it's the information there is giving only extra information about the subject, and we can also remove that thing and then we can use the sentence further. So, that is one way of talking about it. Okay, let's go to the next one. Their father, who planted a tree every time his wife gave birth, ended up with a forest. Let's see the options. Now here, always rule number 1, the father, okay, who planted. Now here you should have had a comma, but he had put a dash. So always understand, who planted a tree every time his wife gave birth, and here ends. So you should have comma here if there was a comma there. But because there is no comma there, you cannot put a comma here. Therefore, B has to be the right answer. You have to go with a dash here. Am I clear? Please go through this once. Just check it once what I said. I hope I am clear. If you had a comma here, you could have put a comma. Because there is no comma here and there is a dash, you have to put a dash, not a comma. Am I clear? Let's go to the next one. Dale Havens, Morgantown's police commissioner, is retiring after 35 years of serving the city. 30 seconds time. Dale Havens is the name of the person. The subject, Morgantown's police commissioner, is an extra information, and after an extra information you require a comma. Therefore, we have to check which option has a comma, and looking at all the options, a comma here and a comma there, we only have D as our right answer. I hope this is clear. Please check. Let's go to the next question. Chief Dominic Ansel created the cronut, a cross between a croissant and a donut in New York in 2013. Let's see the options. You need a donut here because article A is before the donut. Therefore, you have to put any punctuation after the donut. Can it have a dash? Before a preposition, do you have a dash? I don't think so. A semicolon? What is there? It is just giving you an extra information. So, what is it that you need there? Just a simple comma is enough. You don't need a dash here because it is just talking about extra information. Therefore, dash is out of question. Now, a cross between a croissant and a donut, that's an extra information. So, Chief Dominic Ansel created the cronut in New York in 2013. Makes sense completely. Therefore, a cross between a croissant and a donut is an extra information. Therefore, without doubt, B is the right answer. Let's go to the next one. The scary looking robots who were designed by the Defense Department are essentially puppets. Let's see the options. We have a comma before which, therefore, we should have a comma after department 2. If you had a dash before which, you could have had a dash here, therefore, and we definitely don't have that option. You cannot have a bracket because it does not have a starting bracket, therefore, this is not the right option. Definitely you require something here, therefore, no change is not an option. Only department will not suffice, so only the D is the right answer. Clear? I am explaining each and every question, so if you have any doubt, please send me a message or give me an input as to understand that you did not understand something. So you can send me a message and definitely I will explain it again. Okay. Let's go to the next question. The cyanometer, which was once used to measure the blueness of the sky, is now obsolete. You have an ending bracket mark there and the starting bracket mark is missing. Therefore, C is the right answer. Without doubt, probably. Joseph looked down appalled while his daughters smothered ketchup all over their ice cream sandwiches. Ice cream sandwiches are definitely sweet. Appalled is an expression. You have a comma before appalled and you have a comma after appalled. Therefore, which is the right answer? Try to read the sentence once. Joseph looked on, appalled, while his daughters smothered ketchup all over their ice cream sandwiches. Now, you gave a small pause. Joseph looked on, appalled. There was a small pause, therefore the comma is necessary. Appalled. While his daughters, there is again one more pause there, therefore the second comma is also needed. Therefore, the option is only A. Much to my chagrin, scientific studies have failed to prove the health benefits of chocolate ice cream. What is chagrin? What does chagrin mean? Chagrin means annoyance or distress because something has failed. What is the answer here? Much to my chagrin, scientific studies have failed to prove the mental health benefits of chocolate ice cream. Here, this comma might sound legit, but it is not, because you have to check that there is no subordinate conjunction here which talks about like words like when or where or something like that. Therefore, much to my chagrin, scientific studies have failed to prove the mental benefits of chocolate ice cream is a continuous sentence. Therefore, C is the right answer, because it is not an aside. Scientific studies is not an aside here. Rather, it is a subject and then the verb follows. So, therefore, that is a continuous sentence. C is the right answer. Please check. Think of the others. If you are not able to concretely say that this is the right answer, look at the other options. Much to my chagrin, scientific studies. What is the subject? Scientific studies. Therefore, this is B is not the answer. The second one, starting bracket is there, the ending bracket is not there. Therefore, this is not the right option. No change. If you put a comma there, it means an aside. If I remove the aside, much to my chagrin have failed to prove the mental health benefits of chocolate ice cream, does not make sense. Therefore, I cannot remove scientific studies from there. No change is not an option. Therefore, C is the only option. In the whole sentence, scientific studies is a subject. So, therefore, we have to give emphasis to it. And if I remove the scientific studies between the commas, then it does not give any information. Let's go to the next topic, next question. Hong Kong, a former British colony, was returned to China after 100 years. Just think, what is it that has to be, that is wrong in this sentence? Hong Kong, comma, understood, that is a subject. A former British colony, if I remove that part, a former British colony was returned to China after 100 years. That means a former British colony is an aside. I have to put a comma there. Was returned to Hong Kong was returned to China after 100 years. Makes sense. A former British colony is an aside. If it is there also, it does not matter. If it is not there also, it does not give matter. It gives only additional information. So therefore, B is the right answer. Let's see all the options. I said if you have a dash here, you should have a dash there too. If there is a comma and a dash here, then this is wrong. Clear? Therefore, B is the right answer. So, you have seen in all the questions that I have removed all the asides. You should understand that if there are two commas, if there is information between two commas, that information can be removed and still the sentence will make complete sense. That is what non-restrictive or parenthetical element means, non-restrictive means. Therefore, even if a former British colony is not existent, still Hong Kong was returned to China after 100 years makes sense. Okay. Yes, having this piece gives extra information about Hong Kong, but even without it also, it can completely stand on its own. Let's go to the next option. Next question, I'm sorry. Established in 1636, Harvard University did not award degrees to women until 1963. Whenever you start a sentence with a participle, immediately the noun should follow. This is a past participle and it started here, established in 1636. Therefore, this Harvard University is not a aside, but it is a subject. Therefore, A is the right answer. I hope you understood it. Just have a look again. If I remove Harvard University, can the sentence make sense? Is what you have to understand. If it does not make sense, if it does not make sense, B is a wrong option. At the same time, established in 1636 is a dependent clause, and a dependent clause is always divided either with the help of a conjunction or with the help of a punctuation. Therefore, there is no conjunction there, so the punctuation is clear. Therefore, this is not a right option. Now, Harvard University should stand alone. It is not introducing something is being spoken about Harvard University. Therefore, a dash will not suffice. A is the right answer. I hope you got this. Originally servants of the court, minstrels were widely popular medieval performers whose songs told stories of distant locations or historical events. Please check the options and then come to an answer. Is this question tough? Here, let's see each one of it. Originally servants of the court. Who were the servants of the court? Minstrels. Therefore, this is a dependent sentence. Therefore, a comma is right here. Minstrels were wildly popular medieval performers whose songs told stories of locations or historical events. Now, you might feel having a comma here is right. But here we are not talking about the minstrels. But we are talking about the servants of the court. Clear? Therefore, a comma here is not needed. We have always used, we have said Harriet, comma, a 9th grade student, comma, went to court. Okay. Now, when I said that, if I remove a 9th grade student, I still can say Harriet went to court, right? Originally servants of the court, imagine a sentence being said like this. Originally servants of the court whose songs told stories of distant locations or historical events. Does it make sense? You have to understand that. If it makes sense, then put a comma. If it does not make a sense, you don't need a comma. Check it out. It will not make sense. Originally servants of the court whose songs told stories does not make sense. Therefore, C is the right answer. Here you have a dash. No, you are not introducing anyone because we have already spoken about them. They are servants of the court. Therefore, this is not the right option. Courts, comma, minstrels were widely popular medieval performers. I'm sorry. B is the right answer, not the C. Sorry. Okay, B is the right answer. I'm sorry. Quote, minstrels were widely popular medieval performers whose songs told stories of distant locations or this thing. So, B is the right answer. Clear? Always try to correct the question itself. Then look at the options. If you don't find the error here, you will be confused when you come down here. So, that is the best way. You think about an answer and then go down and search the answer. Even if your answer is not there, find for an answer that goes nearly with it. That will definitely help you find the right answer. Let's go to the next question. The Falkland Islands, a British territory in South America, is home to approximately 3,000 people and 500,000 sheep. Now, we are talking about the Falkland Islands. That's the reason I say always keep a track of the subject. When you keep a track of the subject, you will know what is an aside and what is not an aside. Okay, now here a British territory in South America, you need a comma there. Can I make a sentence without the comma? Let's check. The Falkland Islands is home to approximately 3,000 people and 500,000 sheep. Makes sense. Therefore, if I remove a British territory in South America, does it make sense? Does it still make sense? Yes. So, I put a comma there. Let's see the options now. Which one do you think is the right option? We cannot have a dash and a comma. Therefore, this is the right answer. Even if I remove this along with the comma, it still makes sense. Clear? Let's go to the next one. Mozart Requiem Mass, one of the most myth-laden compositions in history, was actually completed after his death by composer Franz Xavier Slizmaier. No change, Now we are talking about Mozart's Requiem, alright, and then Requiem Mass actually, and then we are talking about one of the most myth-laden compositions in history. We have started, the sentence started with a verse there, therefore definitely a full stop is wrong, and this goes continuously. Now we understand Mozart's, this is a possessive noun, possessive pronoun, possessive adjective, I'm sorry, we have a thing here. Then we have say Requiem Mass. Now we understand that Requiem Mass is a noun, okay. So we have to put a comma here, right? And now let's see, now one of the most myth-laden compositions in history, now that is an extra information, we have to put a comma there. Therefore, a comma is needed here. Let's check the options. Which one gives us this? We'll go with D. This is an easier way of finding your answers. Okay, let's go to the next question. See, now what we can do is we can just see the question first, and then we can think that what is it that is missing or what is it that is wrong, and then go to the options and check. Just have your own answer here first and then you check. So therefore, D is the right answer, and it takes not more than 20 seconds because you already know the answer. Let's go to the next one. Hippos can charge at almost 20 miles per hour, and as if that were not intimidating enough, they sweat red liquid. Let's check. These are the options. Let's check what can go. Hippos can charge at almost 20 miles per hour, and as if that were not intimidating enough. Do you feel that it is an extra information? I don't feel it's an extra information. Can we go away without that? Check the answer. Try to find this out. This is one of the most important questions. I'm sorry, I'm ending the session with the most important question, difficult question, but please, 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 it is important, do it. Think about it. Okay, now we have put a conjunction and there. Okay, now you should put a comma before an and if you want to show that there is something different, but you don't have that option in there. Clear? Now, if you had that option, the underline would have started from R. Now, just check if without this sentence is the complete sentence, is the sentence complete. Hippos can charge at almost 20 miles per hour and they sweat red liquid. Completely makes sense, right? So therefore, what we will do is, we will let it remain in the brackets because and is important, because both of them things are important, so and is important. And imagine removing the sentence, stripping it off, and it starts with a bracket and it starts with a ending bracket and the starting bracket, therefore it is right. You cannot put a comma after and start this and put a comma here, it will not work it out because you have a conjunction there. So therefore, no change is the only answer. Does it make sense? Yes, it should make sense. Okay, so that is about preposition. I mean, you have more, and let's check this last one. Carrara marble, which has been quarried for over 1,000 years, has had many famous applications, including the Athens and Michelangelo's David. Let's check the answer. Can we have a full stop here? No, therefore we cannot go with this. Let's go for the next question. Next, ears. 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 We have a dash here which has been quiet for over 2,000 years, has been quiet for over 2,000 years, has had many famous applications, including the anthem. You cannot put a full stop there, therefore that is not the right answer. You should have had a comma here, therefore B is the right answer. You cannot have a this because there is no starting thing, so therefore this is the wrong option. Okay, so that is for today, and I hope you understood the whole thing, the non-restrictive element and the parenthetical thing. I hope this is clear. And there are more worksheets on the application. You can just take them down and then start working on it. I hope I was very clear, and this will definitely be there in your SAT evidence-based writing portion part. So that's the reason I say scoring a 44 on 44 is easier when compared to reading, but that does not mean that you can skip reading. So therefore, thank you so much. I hope this session was informative and it will really help you to score better. Thank you so much.